Hey, I think we're on the air. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon or evening, wherever you're at, and welcome. Glad to see you're all here. This is Leonard, of course. Larry, Rick, Bill, Tina, Chris, glad to see you're here. Laura, Laura's lost. She's out there in Never Never Land somewhere, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with her, but we'll trust her to try to get it sorted out. She I think her husband swapped computers, swapped her computer out here. Uh, we see and hear you. Cool. Yeah. Her husband swapped her computer out here a couple days ago, and apparently something isn't working properly on it. So we'll let her work on that. Hey, you know what? I thought uh, I thought we'd talk a little bit today about the holidays. The holidays are a time that a lot of people think business slows down, but the reality is business doesn't slow down. Business is booming over the holidays. The question is, what are people doing? And part of that is, what are you going to be doing? But let's just talk about some of the events that go on over the holidays and what you can do if you're in a home-based network marketing type business and what you shouldn't do. And also, if anybody has any questions, comments, or wants to contribute and be part of the live conversation rather than just sitting out there in the studio audience, just let me know. Tell me in the chat you want to come over and you got something to say, and we'll bring you on over. Um, I know Laura has some material prepared for you for today, so I'm hoping she's going to get here. We'll see what happens. But let me first off talk about Thanksgiving dinner. Now, we're a week away from Thanksgiving, and I want to tell you a true story. And I swear to God, true story. I have a friend that's in another network marketing company, and she has a twin sister. They are twins, and she was uninvited to Thanksgiving dinner. She was specifically told she was not invited to come to dinner with the family, and the reason was they were tired of hearing about her network marketing company. They didn't want to hear about her business anymore. And I mean that was, of course, a real slap in the face. But here's the dealio, as Terry Grimal likes to say, the dealio, new word from Terry. People don't want to hear about your business. They just don't. And it's not fair. It's absolutely not fair because everybody else can sit around the table and they can talk about their jobs. They can talk about how things are going at work and what their boss is doing and the secretary did and what their business partner is doing, etc. But if you bring up your network marketing company, hey, I think Laura just actually made it in. There you go. Hi, Laura. Glad to see you could make it. Uh,
Uh, that
let me. What's that?
that was brutal.
We'll come back to that in a minute. Let me just finish this thought.
Okay.
I'm talking about Thanksgiving dinner, and I have a friend in another network marketing company who was specifically uninvited to Thanksgiving dinner because she talked about her network marketing company. Nobody at the table wants to hear about your network marketing company, and it's not fair. Absolutely not fair. No disagreement whatsoever. But the reality is that's just the way it is. It's that it's for the same reason there's pushback when we talk about network marketing with a lot of people. They don't like it. They don't trust it. They don't understand it, or they're afraid that you're going to become more successful than they are. They don't want to look bad. Whatever the reasons are, it's not a good time to bring up your business. It's not a good time to sit at the table and start telling people why they should join business with you and how they're all going to get rich. It's a good time to shut your mouth. And the honest to God's truth is, even if somebody asks you, "You're in this new company. What are you doing?" Personally, I'm not sure I'd answer that question. I might defer the answer. I say, "Hey, listen, I'd love to talk to you about my business. Why don't we talk about it later offline? Talk about it later after dinner, or talk about it some other time." I'm not sure I'd go into it unless you're really, really confident in the people sitting around the table, because what can I say? A lot of people just don't want to hear about it. So it's that simple. So that's one thing I would pass, and let everybody else talk about their jobs. Just listen carefully. Listen carefully, because when Uncle Harry's talking about how awful his job is, you can pull Uncle Harry aside later on and say, "Uncle Harry, let's talk about that job of yours. you're beating yourself into the ground. I got something you might want to take a look at, but I wouldn't do it during dinner. Personal opinion. Laura, what happened, my friend?
You know, Rick is actually creating a new computer for me, and he started the other day. And anyway, I had to go back to my old computer when he had already taken some stuff off of it. So when I came in, it was asking me to reload Hangouts. And then one time I clicked and it said, I'm not authorized to start the webinar. So I was like, what? Anyway, I'm here.
I can see that. All right.
I do. Can I add something to what you were just saying?
Absolutely.
I remember somebody saying I don't remember where I heard it, but I also remember hearing that if you are around a group of people at a holiday, that if you decide to say, you know what, maybe we can talk about this later, but now's not the time, it actually makes you look like a leader. Like, let's not talk about this right now because we're not here doing business. We can do business another time. And you can call me, hand him a card, give him your number, connect, whatever. But, oh, you guys are so funny. Larry, is it Lawrence today? Yeah.
Who do we have here? Do we have Larry or do we have Mean Lawrence? Or is it Larry and Nice Lawrence? I get them confused. Yeah, well, that's exactly right, and it puts you in a position of power, you in a position of strength, of just being in charge of the conversation and not running your mouth. I have some other things to talk about. You have some things to talk about. Where do we go first, Laura?
I can start.
Okay.
You want me to?
Sure.
These are actually tips that I've learned within the past year, just from different webinars and things that I've heard about. The one thing that not everybody does this, and maybe you do, because I don't know everybody on here and what you've done in the past, but this is suggested that I really think it's a good idea. So the number one thing, or not the number one, but the one thing I wanted to share is if you have a product or service, I think everybody here has a product, but I'm not positive. But anyway, so if you have a product, then you should be giving that away on all different occasions. And one of the things that they say is to do this like effectively, make a list of everybody that you could think of that you could give like a little gift to, like your mail carrier, a teacher, somebody at the place of worship, if you have a place of worship, loyal customers, family and friends, hairdressers, or barbers, whichever way you're going. Who takes care of your kids? Do you have a babysitter that comes over? And anyway, so make a list of those people and use that list to give something to them, whether it's just like a sample product with your card or just something. And you want to do that because if you give it to them, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to use it, or one of three things actually. They're going to use it, they're going to re-gift it or give it away, or it's going to sit in a drawer somewhere. But you always have a chance of them using it or giving it away. And so if you do that, then you either have somebody reordering or somebody who says, wow, this is really cool stuff. I'm actually looking for a new opportunity. Maybe I'll be on your team. So anyway, after you give them the gifts, starting in the new year, then you want to follow up with them, reach out to them, and say, how did you like it? Did you use it? What did you think? And start a conversation. So they say the fortune is in the follow-up, and that's a great time to do it. So with that being said, be careful of the price points, that you're not spending too much, that you can do it in a way, like if you're looking for Christmas gifts, maybe you can maybe your company has something going on for like Black Friday or Cyber Monday, somewhere where you can get good ideas. And they don't have to be your product. They can be, you can buy things at the dollar store, dress them up in bows and little, you know, anything colorful, and just make it look presentable. And then also ask your tax advisor. If you're giving away these as gifts, there may be tax benefits. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So when you're thinking about the cost, you can keep the cost down, but also being the end of the year, you might be able to use it as a tax benefit. So just make them look fun and festive. Like I said, pretty bows, bags and ribbons. And then the one marketing tip that they said was awesome is label everything that you give. So make sure your name's on it, or there's a way that they can contact you to reorder it. And the reason you're going to do that is because if they do regift it, or it goes to somebody else, they also have a way to contact you. So both ways.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, along those, you made up a little example gift card that people could use to put in a little bag or attach things to. Do you want to go over that?
Sure, let me bring it up.
I mean,
one of the things that I did,
I think it's really neat.
I don't know that I talked about this recently. I don't remember. You guys can tell me if you've heard it before. But recently I did a post on Facebook, and it was a picture of me with my birthday cake, and I asked everybody if they knew what kind of cake it was. And there was a lot of engagement on that post, and it took everybody quite a long time to figure out what it was, but the winner of it won something from me. And it was a big, huge deal. It sounded, you know, people were asking me who, you know, well, did somebody win? And they were messaging me, who's the winner? What was the answer? It was good engagement. And what I ended up doing was I ended up giving away my product. But to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was a lip balm. That was it. It was a lip balm. But now all of these people, now they know. So that's another thing that you guys can do too when you're talking about doing business with holiday businesses. You can do live posts, and it doesn't really have to be much. It's the gift of giving. So even if it's not your product, like I said, you could do anything. But yeah, let me go into. I can screen share, right?
Well, you should be able to.
I do that. I screen share.
I don't know what you can do. Your computer seems to be missing some pieces.
It is.
You got to tell Ruth to leave all the pieces in.
I'm not going to say a word to him because he's been working like 16-hour days for the last 10 days.
I know.
I'm the least of his worries. Okay, we're going to go ahead and, where'd it go?
I'm going to white box you so that I quit popping up.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm interested. If you want to take a couple minutes with Canva, I'm interested in seeing how you did that text that goes in a circle, because quite honestly, I haven't been able to figure out how to do it.
Okay, can you see it?
I can.
Whoops, I made it.
Can everybody else see it?
Okay, yeah. Can you guys see that? Well, honestly, Len, I know that if you go in Word, you can use their fancy like word wrapping, and they have different designs that you can use. But I really didn't do that. I went and I took one of their layouts. And the funny thing is, I know you said you looked for it, and quite honestly, so did I, and I don't see it anymore.
Okay, then I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, you're not crazy. It's just, I wonder if they just put it out there. I don't know if they do this or not, but I just happened to grab it, and when I went back in there looking for it, it's not there. And the only thing that I was thinking is maybe because I'm not seeing it, it's because I'm already using it. But I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I went back and looked again and I couldn't find it either.
Okay.
But anyway, all this was a template that it was just, the template was plain, and it just says, wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas, and it has my, well, this one's yours. Okay. Well, it's got the number underneath, and then to the right, all we did was add text. And then we put in there, Organic Living Company. So it can be a company name, something fun about the company, what kind of positions they have, your website. You can put your Twitter, Instagram, follow you on Facebook, and watch your videos if you do videos. And that's it. And then if you have a printer that you can print out, like I just use photo paper for mine. I'm sure you can get business card, but I just used photo paper, and I printed out an 8.5 by 11 sheet. I think it printed out 9 of them, and then I cut them, and then I went ahead and attached. In my case, I had toothpaste, organic toothpaste samples that I was giving away, and I took a double-sided sticky tape, put it on the back. And then away, put them together, and then away I went. I had 9 of them to go. And when I gave them to people, to me, it was actually easier because I didn't really have to think about the sell. It was just, I wanted you to have this, have a Merry Christmas. Now, I said Merry Christmas because I was at a Christmas event. Whether you say Merry Christmas or not, and you change it to holiday, whatever you want to do, but you can do that. Now, Chris said, up in the search, just put a circle and a whole bunch come up. Okay.
Circle, huh? Okay, let's try that.
So you mean in the search, up in search, just put in circle. Okay, and a whole bunch pop up.
Yeah,
okay.
But they don't have the text. What they're missing is the text wrapping around the circle.
Yeah, and I was it holiday? I don't remember what I called it. Holiday. But anyway, it was a template that was already done. I didn't do, oh, there it is. Okay, so I went to search, I typed in holiday, and I went a little bit more than 3/4 of the way down. And here it is.
Oh, okay.
There's another one that says, wishing you and your family a very happy holiday.
Yeah.
So this won't look good on this background, but
You can always change the color.
yeah, but I mean, you guys know, it looks like everybody in here.
Oh, okay. There's the one you actually used all the way over in the. Okay, so it's under holiday. I couldn't. That's where I didn't find it. All right, but the point is,
Yeah.
there's templates that you can use, and if you don't like the template, you can use a different one.
Yeah, and just some of them cost $1, and some of them are free. So just depending on which one you like best, you can use. Now, another thing that I think I'm going to do is we're going to do a holiday letter, but I also think I might do like a half flyer. I might do that one too. And I'm not sure what I want to do with it, but I might do something with that. But anyway, yeah, so we have that.
And I think the holiday letter, I mean, it might be a little early in the season right now for holiday letters. I don't know. But nevertheless, the holiday letters are a good idea. And I have a couple or 3 friends that do a holiday letter every year. And you get a letter that sort of outlines what they've been doing this year, and et cetera, et cetera. And if you were to do a holiday letter and near the end of it saying, oh, by the way, I started a new business this year. I'm doing blah, 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 whatever it is. For many of us, it's organics. And I'd love to share it with you sometime when you have a chance. I wouldn't, again, I wouldn't go into detail in the letter. I wouldn't, vomit all over people with information, but ask for their permission to get in touch with them after the first of the year and share with them what you're doing. And, that sort of thing. You agree?
I agree.
Anybody have any comments over there or suggestions in the in chat world, or anybody want to come over and interact with us? While I'm looking for you to put answers up in chat, one of the other things that you can do is on social media, consider, and Laura just did an excellent example when she put up her birthday cake. By the way, what kind of cake was it, Laura?
It ended up, well, it's a tres leche cake.
Now, what is that?
I can only describe it as the most scrumptious cake you will ever have. It's like a layered cake, but it's soaked in milk, sweet milk. And it's...
Yeah, because tres leche means three milks, right?
Yes. And so it is something that I believe the background is Mexican, and it's really super, super sweet. But it is the best cake that I've ever had. So once a year, I get to indulge. It's really good. If you've never tried it and you like that type of cake, you would absolutely love it.
But there's the elements of a really incredible idea, because Laura got tons and tons and tons of engagement over that picture of the cake with a simple question: who wants to guess what kind of a cake this is? And I'm going to give away a prize. So just think about the holidays. Think about doing posts on your timeline that asks questions that get engagement. What's your favorite holiday music? What's your favorite holiday food? Have you ever been to the Nutcracker live? These are just some things that I wrote down this morning. Who's got a great turkey recipe? What's your favorite dressing recipe? Do you like to make fresh cranberries? I'm just tossing ideas. And, does anybody know how to cook a turkey on a Weber? And just in case you don't know this, yes, turkeys can be cooked on Webers, and yes, I do know how, but that's neither here nor there. Has anybody seen Charlie Brown's Christmas movies? Just asking questions that you get engagement from people, get them talking about what's going on, and then being able to just get into conversations with them.
Oh, here's one. Hey, if you have cable, in the Hallmark Channel, they have Christmas movies every day. It's like called the 25 Days of Christmas. That could be a really cool engagement post too. Did anybody see the movie last night on the Hallmark Channel? And you can hashtag Hallmark in your post. So that's a good one too.
What do you have to get that?
Cable.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. We cook our turkey on the Weber upside down. Well, hopefully the Weber's not upside down.
We're just crack ups today.
I've been cooking turkey on Weber's for years.
Yeah.
Yes. You're absolutely right, Larry. I know that strategy of everybody. Almost all the turkey recipes have you put breast side up. You don't want to do that. If you put breast side up, all the juice runs out of the breast into the bottom of the turkey. It dries it out. You want to go breast side down, and you have an amazingly juicier turkey. And it doesn't matter if you're on the Weber. You can do that in the oven, any place you're cooking a turkey, anywhere you're cooking it. If you go breast side down, you end up with a juicier turkey. So now there's a nice post. whatever much engagement we could get. But just start thinking about how you can engage people in conversation. And we're not looking for how we can sell them, get them, sign them up. We're looking for how we can get into conversations with them. And then when the time is right, lead into, hey, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Can I get in touch with you after the first of the year? Or can I get in touch with you next week? Or do you have a few minutes? Whatever. When the conversation lends itself to naturally transitioning into, there is something else that I'm doing and I'd like to share it with you. Do you have a few minutes? And then go from there. Same thing if you're out at the mall or you're out at a Christmas event. You're standing in line with the grandkids or the kids or something waiting for Santa Claus, and somebody's standing next to you, and you just, wow, what do you think of the display this year? Hey, it's really crowded here, isn't it? Man, this is a long line. And just start a conversation with people. And you don't start with, do you keep your options open? You just start a conversation, and then you introduce yourself. My name's Larry. What's yours? And go from there. Hey, I really enjoyed talking to you. Are you on Facebook? Cool. Let's connect after the first of the year. I'd like to chat with you some more. Bingo. Set yourself up. Most people come into January with nobody to talk to because they haven't done anything for the last several weeks. Set yourself up with lots of people to talk to after the first of the year. And just get their name and their email address or their Facebook address or whatever. Send them a message. Nice chat with you at the mall yesterday. I'll connect after the first. So we're at the top of the hour. These are just some ideas to get you thinking about what to do here over the next few weeks to keep your business alive. Don't go into the next few weeks with the idea that business is dead. Nobody wants to do business. Everybody's too busy. It's okay. People are not too busy to talk. In fact, it's a great time of year to have conversations with people. It's a great time of the year to pick up the phone and call your long lost Aunt Mary that you haven't spoken to for a year or two and just say, hey, I was thinking of you. It's the holidays, wanted to say hi. You don't pick it up and say, hey, I was thinking of you. It's the holidays. I want you to join my business. Non-threatening, casual conversations with people. Okay. Laura, you got anything else to add today?
No.
Okay, cool. I did have, and I do say past tense, I did have a special guest lined up for Thursday. I just got a notice that my special guest is canceling, so I'm not sure what we're doing Thursday. That's a surprise I got to deal with. Next week is Thanksgiving. Certainly Thanksgiving Day we won't be here, probably. Although last year we were here on Christmas Day, weren't we, Chris? Anyhow, we'll see what happens next week in terms of the schedule. But that's all we have for you today. We will be doing Digging for Gold at 5 o'clock today.
Or 8 o'clock Eastern.
8 o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
Okay. And the weekly Asante Organics corporate webinar at 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. Jackson is doing that tonight. I'm not. So that's what the rest of the day has. 5 o'clock for Digging with Gold. All righty? And I don't see any questions or comments in the chat, so we're going to shut it down. You all have a great day. Thanks for coming. Y'all, Larry, Rick, Bill, Tina, Chris, and Laura, thank you. And
Linda. Don't forget Linda.
Linda was here. She must have gone away.
Oh, okay.
I don't see her there right now, so that's why I didn't say her name. And we'll talk to you.
Linda.
Wait. Thanks.
Oh. Ah.
Okay.
Something to
Cool.
think about. Awesome.
All right. Let me get in touch with you, Tina. All righty. We'll talk to you all again.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.